January 2nd, 2018. Women just don't want sex. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Athol. This is the Dateable Marriage, and let's jump into it with comment from Brucifer Mistopheles. That's a trollish name if ever I heard one. Here we go. Funny how most of the complainers are women. I've never met a woman who was interested in sex, and now I'm married and lucky if I get it twice a year. Okay, so let's just treat it like it is a troll comment. Okay, dude. You're the only common denominator in all of this. It's not that all women don't want sex. It's that all women don't want sex with you. The problem is you. Why don't you man up, hit the gym, be more attractive, be hotter, and solve your problem. The problem is you. All right, so now let's dig just a little deeper than that, because there is more going on here than potentially meets the eye. Let's just take that comment at face value, that all women don't want sex, and that once you're going to get married, sex is going to markedly decline, and if you're going to get sex twice a year, that is what it is. So if it's true, if it's true that that's happened, that women don't want sex, that sex is incredibly rare, and that's normal, well, then there's nothing really to complain about, because this is just what it is. There's nothing to complain about if women don't want sex very much. And if you get sex really, it is what it is. You should just be kind of happy with it. And it's kind of like, if Christmas only comes once a year, there's no point being mad that it's not Christmas when you're in July or March or September. If Christmas only comes once a year, you don't spend the whole year angry that it's not Christmas. You just wait for Christmas to come. You can get excited about Christmas coming, but you don't get angry that it's not Christmas yet. And it's the same way, I assume, for animals that are on an annual mating cycle. I'm pretty sure bulls are not sitting around pissed off that the cows are deciding not to have sex out of season. You know, those cows, they could have the sex if they wanted to. If they put their minds to it and they chose to, they could have the sex. I could be having a lot more sex, and the problem is those cows are deciding not to do it. I'm pretty sure bulls are not on the internet complaining about the cows. Though if they did, the handle would be Brucifer Mistopheles. Anyway, that was terrible. So, and the reality is that women do want sex. In fact, I read a study not too long ago where the number one complaint for married women in their 20s was, the number one complaint was a lack of sex. And why that is and what the situations are is a whole different topic, but it's interesting. So women do want to have sex. They just want to have sex with someone they're attracted to. Women do want to have sex. They just want to do it with someone that they find dateable. Whether that's in a relationship or outside of a relationship, they want to have sex with someone they find dateable. Which kind of comes back around to you in a sort of a nicer version of my response to the troll version. Are you someone that women in general find dateable? And in particular, are you someone that your wife finds dateable? Because if you're not dateable, it becomes unrealistic to be expecting that you're going to be entitled to some sort of sex life, that you're going to get a lot of sex, because it's normal that they are not going to want the sex if you're not particularly dateable to them. I mean, as an example of that, you being on the internet as Brucifer Mistopheles and writing sort of trollish comments complaining about women and a lack of sex, does that work for your wife? Does that actually turn her on? Is that something that would make her find you more attractive, more appealing? Would she want to be with you? And I guess you're probably assuming the answer to that is no, and it's probably what it is. More importantly, though, is this working for you? Because behind this anger, behind that thing that is driving you to write these sort of comments, I know is pain. It's a sense of loneliness and a sense of rejection, and a keen awareness of not being desired, not being wanted, and that hurts. Because wanting a relationship with a woman, wanting a sex life, wanting to be the object of her desire and attraction is completely normal and healthy and normal. I think I said normal twice. But it's a really normal, positive thing. And it is incredibly painful when you don't get it. And when you're in pain for long enough, you can become angry. But that makes the problem her and about what she's not doing, as opposed to about you and what you're doing and what you can be doing, could be, should be, ought to be doing to be more attractive, be more dateable. So what I suspect is there is some sort of problem in your overall approach to women in general. And I think if you want the free version of trying to fix that, I think going through the YouTube videos I have, particularly on the chain of seduction model, to try and see where you're falling down. Is it somewhere in the physical link? Is it the attraction, the comfort, energy, the initiations, consummations? Where is it that you're having particular problems? If you want to find more in-depth and the paid version, I think the Married Guy's Guide to Wife series that I have on Vimeo is going to be particularly helpful for you. You have some sort of blockage, some sort of stumbling block that you're not seeing in your overall approach to women in general and your wife in specific. If you can find that and you can take steps to address it, then you can have quite a different experience of women in general and your wife in specific. So, like I say, this is, on one level, it's a trollish comment, but below that, I think there's a real person and there's some real pain, which is why I'm responding to it. If I just thought you were just being a total troll, I would have just moved on and not responded. So, that's about it for today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.